Hey everyone, it's Scott here from MiningEagles, and we're going to do a little redstone video today. Today we will be making a redstone operated door. So as you can already see, the door, which are these 4 blocks here, is currently already closed, but once I flip the switch, they open. So you can walk through and everything. So you're probably wondering how I have it started so the gate's already closed versus where you would normally flip the switch and the gate would close itself. Well, I basically did this by using an AND gate to power redstone a block away. So it looks something a little bit like this. Then what I simply did was I just simply put a redstone flow into there and just simply turn the redstone torch off, therefore turning off power to the pistons. So this basically looks like, let me get this, basically a gigantic maze of redstone that I built underground so that you wouldn't be able to see it clearly. Let me just get rid of all this, show you what I did. So basically all I did was I made redstone from the lever go all the way down, going up here to the torch and then to the repeater, which is currently powering the pistons on, therefore keeping the door closed. Let me just get rid of this stuff here so you can see everything I actually did. So let's just get rid of this. And so this is basically all it is. Now, if you wanted to, you could move the lever to make it on a wall. But what you'd have to do then is you'd have to reroute all of the redstone so that you still end up with redstone entering in through the back here into this block, powering off the torch, which then powers off the repeater, which then powers off the pistons. So let me bring this up to ground level. So again, from the lever, just make a path of redstone on the ground leading up to here. And you want to make sure you put a block here, because if you don't put a block here and you just simply put the torch down, what's going to happen is if you're just going to power the redstone and you're not going to actually power the repeater. And then when you flip the switch, nothing happens. Except for just giving more power to the redstone and then causing a conflict, which you see right here. So you want to make sure you put that block right here, and then putting the torch so that it's facing the repeater, because if you put the torch there, it's not going to power it. The same goes if you put the torch here, you're not going to power anything. So you have to put the torch so that it is facing the repeater. So let me do it on this other side as well. And put some stone in here. And just simply do this. And again, you would just do the same thing on the other side. And if you saw the previous video where we talked about how the redstone sign works, you will recall that The principle of one redstone repeater powering two pistons applies here, because if the repeater would not power both the pistons, you would have to then make two separate blocks with two separate torches on it with two separate repeaters. But thank Notch, the one repeater to two pistons works. So then you would just simply flip the switch and the gates would open. Now, if anything should happen so that a person gets stuck in here and the gate is somehow closed, you shouldn't worry because you'll get injured, but you should not get stuck inside of it as long as you're not centered with it. So if you're on the edge and you flick the switch, you get popped out like that. So you don't have to worry about getting killed by a door. Now, you're probably asking, well, I don't want people to see the door, so how would I cover up the redstone? Well, what we can do is you can build a wall in front of all of this. But when you get to here, you have to leave this open, because if you build this block across, you cut off the power leading up to the redstone that would turn the torch off. So then what you have to do then is you have to build one higher and come across. And then you can just block it up this way. But then you're like, but wait, they can still see all of this redstone here. Well, what we do for this then is we're just going to simply tunnel down here. And we'll place the redstone here leading up to the redstone here. So, I just place this redstone back down here. Then what you can do is you can just fill this in here. But remember, you can't fill this in here because then this redstone won't connect. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to build our wall. So then this is a bit more complicated to cover up just because of the way it's built. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to make the wall again, but you don't want to make the wall on this side because then that'll block them from seeing your door. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect this to this already built wall here. And we're going to do something like that. What we can do is get rid of that, knock this out, put some redstone right there, and block that up to the best of our abilities. But you see, the thing is that now I've blocked the door. So what I generally tend to do is I'll generally leave one side open so that they can still see the door completely without blocking up, because otherwise you're basically looking at blocked up door. So I'm going to do the same on this side, get rid of the redstone here. Start digging my hole. Put the redstone back in. Build our wall here. I'm just going to start using cobblestone now because I'm kind of running low on stone. Actually, I block this up here. Then what you can do if you want to is you can put a little roof on it so people can't see the wiring at all. Now, unfortunately, it's hard to hide this wiring because it'll block this door. And also, I'm currently not centered because the door is even numbers because it's a 2x2 door versus a 1x1, which would be harder to do because of the sticky pistons would keep on retracting the stone from each other, or you would just simply pull the pistons from where they currently are sitting. So let me just block this up here. So that's why you can see that redstone, but not that redstone. Remember, again, you can't put redstone directly, you can't put a block directly above this redstone because then it won't be attached to the switch, so it'll work. So this is how you could block it up, and if you want to make it a bit more fancy, you could get some glowstone, maybe put them on the outside here. Maybe put some glowstone somewhere else, wherever you'd like. You could make the door out of glowstone if you want. I just made it out of stone just because simplest material to use for this. So again, when I hit the switch, the doors will open. And then you come back around here, and I've already blocked up the redstone wirings back here because if you get rid of this, you can see the torch and the repeaters and everything. Just gonna block this back up. And if you want to too, you can also block up this lower level here, blocking off that piston down there, but it's up to you. Because you could build this as maybe an entrance to a dungeon, an entrance to your house, a secret entrance. It's really up to you. It's just a basic design with repeaters and using the and and or gate with the redstone torch. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. And I hope you have a nice day. By the way, guys, if you have any ideas or suggestions for the next video, you can comment and leave your idea in the comment section for this video, or you can also comment in our YouTube channel. We will check both of them and we will look through for the best idea, the most thumbs up idea, or the most suggested idea for the next episode. And remember, guys, have a nice day.